Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. I thank you for joining me for another video. We are planning out my first paycheck of July. This is quote unquote a magic month for me. Magic month in the sense that that third paycheck, I don't have to set mortgage money aside. I think I'm going to be able to pay a little bit extra towards my debt. And yeah, so let's jump right on into it. Okay, so if you did not see my July monthly budget, this is my calendar. These are my bills. So from July 1st through July 14th, this is what I need. These are the bills that I need to cover. Half of my mortgage, my Discover credit card payment, my iCloud. This comes from a sinking fund. I don't know the exact amount to refill my meds yet. My city utilities, I don't know that bill yet. My Ameren bill has come in, and then my internet bill. Okay. So my paycheck for July 1st will cover all the bills from July 1st through July 14th. So for my full-time W-2, this is summer is like the down period in my job. So there's no overtime, which is completely fine because it's like a time for me to rest and relax and like recuperate kind of thing. So I just budget $17.50 for those paychecks, and we will see. I know eventually this month I will get my annual raise, so we will see what that, and I think it's, I don't know, close to a $2 raise or something. So we will see how that will reflect, because I will be able to see what like a normal just 80-hour work week looks like before the workload picks up and before overtime picks up. So I will kind of see what my base amount will look like. And then for my part-time W-2, I work every Saturday and Sunday at the hospital. I call it my no-brainer job because I literally, their brain power is really not, it's just common sense. Brain power is not required for this job. I should say, I shouldn't say that, but in my brain, it's not required, right? So it's pretty much easy. It also gives me time to read books. I can read any material that I need for school when school is in session. I have time to do my homework as well. I have time to like plan out my weeks. I have time to like meal plan, meal prep. Up now, let me be honest. Do I always sit and meal plan and meal prep every week? No. Do I have the time to do it? Absolutely. Uh, so there's that. I definitely use that time as well to catch up on watching fellow YouTubers, budget YouTubers videos, because sometimes in the thick of the week when I'm really busy, I may not always have time to do that. So it's every Saturday and Sunday. It does not come with PTO or any of those things. I'm okay with that. So $875 is what I budget for. I don't know if I'm going to get a raise this year. And if I do, I don't know if it'll take effect this fall or if it will take effect in January. I'm not sure about those things. And then other is really my kids. 2 of my kids are on my cell phone plan, so they give me $30 each, so that's $60. And then this paycheck, I'm just going to put rollover in case there's something I need to incorporate, but I don't think so. So $17.50, $875, and $60 gives me $2,685. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so my mortgage, $618 is what I do. I split it in half. Our next bill will be our iCloud. And we budget whole numbers, so it will be $11. Then we have Ameren. This is my natural gas, hot water, all that good jazz. We're doing 24. And then my city utilities, don't know what that amount is. Of course, AC is on because this is water and electricity for me. So we're going to budget 150. And it's just me in the household. So there's not that much water and electricity being used because, again, I work 7 days a week. The next bill that we have coming is my internet bill. And that is always $100. Okay, and then we have my student loans. So we have Navient. And I split these in half as well. So 133. And then we have Mohila. And that is 222. And I think that's all that we need. So our total for my fixed, if you can hear my stomach growling, I do apologize. I have not ate today. And after this video, that is where I'm going, to my kitchen to eat. All right, so we have $12.58. And I'm going to subtract that from $26.85. So now I have $1,427 to work with. Over here, I have my Discover credit card. This is my focus right now. So it always gets $400 a paycheck. And this credit card is 0% interest. I took this credit card out because last summer, my homeowner's insurance told me I needed to replace my roof or they would not carry me or give me coverage. So I went ahead and replaced it, and that was about just under 10 grand. So we are doing pretty good, and I believe we are under 6 grand right now that I owe on them. So we're doing pretty good. I'm going to include therapy and medication as a line item, but in the summertime, I usually do not budget anything for them because I prepare for these kind of low paychecks. So that is going to be 0. And then groceries. These are the things that I keep in my wallet. We do $160 a paycheck. Home is going to be $20 a paycheck. Yes. Good night. Fuel is going to be $200 a paycheck. My spending is going to be $40. Eating out, we do $60 a paycheck. And then I have a miscellaneous, and I just do $10 a paycheck. Okay, so my total for my variable section is $890. And then I'm going to subtract $890 from 1,427. So we have $537. And then we're coming down here to savings and debt. So I have home maintenance. This is an automatic transfer each paycheck, out of sight, out of mind. So I have $75 going to a high yield savings account. And then for my Ally savings, this is another high yield savings account. I just do 10. Okay, and then for my sinking funds, if you've seen my previous May closeout, June closeout, and July budget setup, you will know that I am reducing the amount that I plan for in my budget for my sinking funds. So in my sinking funds, That amount includes $34 for my annual subscriptions. Those are bills. And then $30 for my 6-month car insurance premium. So that is $64 each week. So essentially $128 every paycheck that I do need to incorporate for sinking funds. So just to round the number off, I'm going to plan on $100 a week, right? The other 36 will go towards my sinking funds. And then each week when I check in for my variable spending right here, my cash envelopes, anything left, I will roll that over into sinking funds to give me more than $36 to stuff in my other sinking funds. Hopefully that makes sense. So I say all that to say that the sinking funds amount will be $200 for the next couple of months, every paycheck instead of the $450. That will give me extra money to throw towards my Discover. And so speaking of that, I need to write a line item for extra debt. And then we're going to put Discover because that is our focus. Okay, with that being said, we had $537 left over. I have my 75, I have my 10, and we have 200. So if all is true, then that means $252 will go towards my Discover. So for this paycheck on July 1st, I will be making a $652 payment towards the Discover. That will be great. And so then this makes this $537. And we have 0 rolling over. If these amounts from my 2 jobs come in slightly higher, then that is now more money that I can put towards my extra debt. So that is amazing. I wish I would have done that for May and June. I probably would be a lot further than where I'm at, but that is okay. And then that is all that I have for you guys. It was really short and sweet. I kind of like doing my pre-plan so I know where my money goes once it does hit the bank. And it also helps me know that if my checks come in lower or higher, I know where to put that overage or underage. I know what to do, right? Because I have a mental note now of where my money's going to go. So to each his own. If that does not work for you, you need to find what does work for you. But I appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. And until then, have a wonderful day. Bye.